Todd's previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas.
The players love him. Thank you, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Kyrie Irving. Sabonis is out there with Walton. Then there's Drexler. And it's James in at the 3 spot. And for the Warriors, Chamberlain is out there with Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Thompson. And it's Curry in at the point. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
But they get it back. And then Durant with the jam.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Trailblazers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Bill, hypothetically, 2-on-2, Steph Curry and Del Curry against Clay and Michael Thompson. Which family tandem wins?
Are they playing right now, or are we
No,
using...
they're going back in their prime.
So it's prime against prime.
Prime against prime.
I think
This
Clay
is right in your wheelhouse.
I think Clay and Michael would win, because Michael Thompson was
really?
He was really good back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't think Del Curry and Steph Curry could have handled him with a low post. I think if they were playing now, I think Curry's would be like 20-point favorites. They just shoot threes.
I think Del can still shoot.
I think Del should be in a team. They can't. The Rockets couldn't have put him in the corner like Ryan Anderson. I think he can still play.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And so James will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Looking for their first basket of the game.
Well, he's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low. Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree with that?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in because people are afraid to screw up. You know, with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability, exactly.
And we
There's
also,
nothing anonymous about it.
No. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. And
I really care
Our
about
name is
it.
attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. They're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point. Now here's Drexler. Following the miss by Wilt Chamberlain. Yes, that goes in.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Curry against Irving. Curry's shot is good. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive.
Build
so
the
they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Now, here's Nash. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Nash, the pass to Chamberlain. Here's Vandeweghe. Second shot opportunity, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Stoudemire. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game right now. knocks down the first one. And, Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around three-point shooters. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. And should the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change, which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself with it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
You can't lose what the game is.
No,
It's bigs and smalls, it's inside, it's outside,
and it's still passing and unselfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, they're really creative. And that just can't be your thing is we shoot 53s, here's our offense. The problem is you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, and that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games slow down, it's going to be a 92 to 89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter. No matter how you're going to get them, you still need somebody who can do that too.
Portland with the ball, following the miss by Steve Nash. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way, and finished off by Scott.
And I'm a big fan of the awareness of Nash on the floor. A selfless player who's just fantastic at getting the ball to his open teammates in rhythm.
Now, here's Roy. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Lillard, the 15-footer. Good.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Nash, the pass to Barrett. Six on the shot clock. Outside Kidd. From 18 feet away. The shot missing.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Duckworth with the bucket.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Nash. Passes to Stoudemire. And the shot goes in.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
We're at the end of one quarter of play. Still a close game. Warriors lead by 2. And don't go away. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a...
The field goal percentage as a whole.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Jason Kidd is out there with Nash. Then it's Stoudemire. Then there's Barrett. And it's Scott in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Boy kicks to Doherty. Lillard outside. And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
He is
he was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with...
I love it, too. Don't you? I love the
I
fact
do.
we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over playing.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back 3 that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, and I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the American style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball. It's give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah. James, the pass to Lillard. The 3, Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And this is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. And right now, he's gunning from deep range.
Outside Curry. The pass to Stoudemire. Back to Curry. Kicks it out to Booker. From the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Booker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Booker against Drexler. Pass to Lillard. The 19-foot shot. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Here's Drexler, and finished off by Drexler.
Yeah, just an electricity to what Drexler can do. The leaping ability, the creativity, once in air, that's elite level stuff.
Stoudemire left side. Walton with the steal. That's a 2 from Lillard. The kick out to Walton. The dish to Lillard. He nails it, and we're tied up. Lillard's got 9 points.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end. Like it?
For me, the G League is the key to all of this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go to the G League and have an actual infrastructure that's attached to the real
And
team.
the G League is having an effect on the NBA. There are a lot of former guys from that league playing in the big league.
And the other thing is, like, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with the streaming services, and just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it if you're in China. You can watch it if you're in Hawaii. And I think that G League should be a bigger thing. So if they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. The one and done, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand what anyone gains from going to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
Booker looking around. 6 to shoot. Here's Durant. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. This is the list of last season's shooters from the Charities Fund. These guys were practically automatic. Second, Stephen Curry. Damian Lillard, third.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
LeBron, no luck.
I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Shoots the 3. Portland no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits to make sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
And always as enlightening as you're going to find. Bill, thank you so much for your insights. Always appreciate you joining us. I hope you come back.
I don't want to leave. Why do I have to go? Can I just stay here for the
I'm
rest
reading
of
this
the game?
note, and the note says,
No, I
thanks,
don't want to
Bill.
go. I'm not leaving.
Hope he comes
No,
back.
I'm staying.
Okay. You know, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Barry's checked in for Durant. Scott comes in for Klay Thompson. Jason Kidd's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Nash in for Steph Curry. Three-pointer, Kidd. He can't get that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Not much of a surprise there. Kyrie one of the better free throw shooters in the game and so hard to guard without fouling.
And he sinks the second. Warriors leading by 4.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
Nash against Irving. Nash the pass to Barry. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Chamberlain. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Warriors on top. They lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Sabonis is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Walton. And it's Drexler in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Drexler against Booker. Shot clock at 6. Drexler with the defensive effort.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Brett, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
you know the role that he had for
Yes,
the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. And a deep three from Curry. Sabonis grabs the ball.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And the dunk by Drexler.
A high flyer, yet it's seemingly effortless in terms of how he just swoops in to the basket. Clyde the glide in full effect.
Stoudemire's checked in for the Warriors. The Trailblazers have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
The feed to KD to stop the run. Stoudemire controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
James outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Ray, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
Free throw good, LeBron.
Even with all of the impressive number of seasons under his belt, LeBron James retains this kind of remarkable drive and competitive spirit.
Lillard's checked in for Irving. He's off on the second. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
On the wing, Drexler, defended by Booker. And it's Drexler missing.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Here's Thompson. Stoudemire trying to break free.
And just a good read by KD as to where that miss was coming off.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Back to LeBron. He kicks it to Lillard. 5 on the clock. From deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. KD's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Portland trailing here. One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg. He never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's 3-point record last season? Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Timeout called the Warriors. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Vandeweghe. Pass to Doherty. Over Nash. Doherty with the bucket. Doherty's got his first points of the game.
Really nice move there. Doherty has such a polished skill set. Makes it an easy conversion for him in the painted area.
And shot on the way. And it's Nash missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Outside Roy. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter of the game. Buries it from 3-point range. And now a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Here's Barry. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Count that bucket. Duckworth's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Kidd attacking. And nothing is falling for him right now.
Oh, man. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Timeout called the Warriors.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And the Warriors making a change here. Chamberlain's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Irving's checked in for Damian Lillard. Left side, Scott. Kicks it to Nash. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Passes it to Barry. Shoots over Doherty. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Barry. And stolen by Nash. Reverses. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Barry. Nash is out there with Jason Kidd. Then there's Scott, and it's Chamberlain in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Warriors trail by 7. It's Kidd with the drive. And he banks in the layup.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Irving against Nash. Irving surveying the floor from 13, and that one hits back iron.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. Three-pointer. Another miss by Irving.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Vandeweghe. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Scott. Chamberlain with the block. Roy against Kidd. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Clock at 4. There's Nash with the 3. And Irving pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 5. To the inside. And stolen by Nash. And now in transition is Kidd. Here we go. Chamberlain down low. Working on Duckworth. And he gets the bucket.
Hey, guys, the thing about Will, he says he runs the 40 and 4.4. That's elite wide receiver speed. But don't forget, the guy's 7 feet tall and close to 300 pounds.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Different look here for the Warriors. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Barry. Thompson comes in for Scott. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Jason Kidd. And Curry subbed in for Steve Nash. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin will see if they can make that adjustment.
Both free throws good from Drexler.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
The wide open look for Durant. But they'll get another chance. Bucket is good. Chamberlain got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Drexler outside. And stolen by Booker. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And stolen by James. Here's Irving. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Booker against Drexler. Booker, the pass to Durant. Back to Booker. Clock at 6. Over James. No good from Booker. Trailblazers leading by 5. Drexler drives in, and Drexler throws it down.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
Here's Curry. Banked in off the glass.
And none better, Steph stepping up. What a great feel for the moment. Steph Curry. Bingo.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Portland. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Drexler outside. Takes a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Chamberlain got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's Booker from the arc. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen. And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
A putback. Walt, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Curry with the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Now Irving. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Free throw good. Sabonis. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Drexler passes to Sabonis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Down low. Durant dishes to Chamberlain. Curry way outside. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
You know he's going to have the ball, and then you feel he's going to come through. He did it there.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 6. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Clyde Drexler.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 6. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Booker. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And Booker is tremendous at driving to the inside, throws himself at the D to get the call.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, there's no doubt that Devin Booker possesses a lot of great talent. The question around the league is, when the team becomes competitive that he's playing with, can he consistently carry the load on his shoulder?
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. puts them up by 5. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Curry kicks to Booker. There's the pass to Thompson. And a deep three from Curry. Connects from downtown.
If you get Steph Curry in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you just have the feeling he's not going to miss.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They